Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pigeon Man. I'm your host, and today we're exploring one of the most fundamental aspects of successful pigeon keeping loft design. Whether you're building your first loft or looking to upgrade your existing facilities, understanding the principles of proper loft design can make the difference between mediocre performance and racing success. A well-designed pigeon loft is much more than just a shelter. It's a carefully engineered environment that supports every aspect of your pigeon's health, performance and well-being, from proper ventilation and lighting to efficient feeding and watering systems. The design choices you make will directly impact your bird's ability to thrive and perform at their highest levels. Today we're going to cover everything you need to know about designing the perfect pigeon loft. We'll explore the fundamental principles that govern successful loft design, examine specific features that separate champion-producing lofts from ordinary ones, and share practical insights from decades of experience in loft construction and management. Whether you're planning a modest backyard setup or a large commercial racing facility, the principles we'll discuss today apply to lofts of all sizes. The key is understanding how to adapt these principles to your specific situation and resources. Before we dive into the specifics, let's talk about why loft design is so crucial for racing success. Many fanciers focus heavily on genetics, feeding and training, while overlooking the fact that their birds spend the majority of their time in the loft. The environment you provide directly affects their health, stress levels, recovery ability, and ultimately their performance potential. A poorly designed loft can undermine even the best genetics and training programs, while a well-designed loft can help average birds perform beyond expectations. The investment you make in proper loft design pays dividends throughout the lifetime of your birds and the success of your racing program. Fundamental principles of loft design. The foundation of successful loft design rests on several fundamental principles that must be carefully balanced to create an optimal environment for racing pigeons. First and foremost is the principle of proper ventilation. Good air quality is absolutely essential for pigeon health and performance. Poor ventilation leads to moisture buildup, ammonia accumulation, and increased risk of respiratory diseases that can devastate racing performance. The challenge is providing adequate fresh air exchange while protecting birds from drafts and extreme temperatures. This requires careful consideration of vent placement, size, and control mechanisms. Temperature control is another crucial principle. Racing pigeons perform best in moderate temperatures, and extreme heat or cold can significantly impact their health and performance. The loft design must accommodate both seasonal temperature variations and daily fluctuation. Lighting represents a third fundamental principle. Pigeons are highly sensitive to light cycles, and proper lighting supports normal biological rhythms, feeding patterns, and overall health. Natural light is ideal, but supplemental lighting systems may be necessary to maintain consistent cycles. Space allocation is equally important. Each bird needs adequate space to move, exercise, and maintain proper social relationships. Overcrowding creates stress, increases disease transmission, and reduces overall performance. Sanitation and hygiene considerations must be built into every aspect of loft design. Easy cleaning access, appropriate materials, and proper waste management systems are essential for maintaining health. Security from predators and unauthorized access protects both bird safety and the investment you've made in your birds. Structural integrity ensures that the loft will provide reliable protection for years of service. Ventilation systems and air quality management. Proper ventilation is perhaps the single most important aspect of loft design yet. It's one that many fanciers struggle to get right. The goal is to maintain excellent air quality while protecting birds from drafts and extreme temperatures. Cross-ventilation is generally the most effective approach. This involves placing intake vents on one side of the loft and exhaust vents on the opposite side, creating a flow of fresh air across the loft space. The size and placement of vents requires careful calculation. As a general rule, you need approximately 1 square foot of vent space for every 25 square feet of loft floor space, but this can vary based on climate, local conditions, and loft design. Intake vents should be positioned low on the wall to bring in fresh air, while exhaust vents should be high to allow warm, moist air to escape. This takes advantage of natural air movement patterns. Draft protection is crucial. Vents should be designed or positioned so that fresh air doesn't blow directly onto perching birds. This can be accomplished through baffles, vent placement, or directional controls. Automatic vent controls can help maintain optimal air exchange while protecting birds from sudden weather changes. Motorized vent systems that respond to temperature and humidity levels provide excellent control with minimal manual intervention. Moisture control is closely related to ventilation. Excess moisture from bird respiration droppings and weather conditions can create serious health problems. Proper ventilation helps control moisture levels, but additional measures may be necessary in humid climates. Air filtration systems, while not common in pigeon lofts, can be beneficial in areas with high pollution or allergen levels. These systems help maintain cleaner air quality and reduce respiratory stress on birds. Temperature control and climate management. Maintaining appropriate temperatures in the pigeon loft requires careful planning and often some mechanical assistance. The ideal temperature range for racing pigeons is between 50 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, but this can vary based on individual birds and acclimatization. Insulation is the first line of defense against temperature extremes. Proper insulation in walls, ceiling and floor helps maintain stable temperatures and reduces heating and cooling costs. The type and amount of insulation needed varies by climate. In northern regions R19 to R30, insulation may be appropriate, while southern regions might require different approaches. Heating systems become necessary in cold climates, but the type chosen depends on loft size, local fuel costs, and personal preferences. Electric heating is clean and easy to control, but can be expensive in large lofts. Propane heating systems are often more economical for larger lofts, but require proper ventilation and safety measures. Natural gas systems offer similar benefits with potentially lower operating costs. Where available, cooling becomes important in hot climates and can be more challenging than heating. Evaporative cooling systems work well in dry climates, while mechanical air conditioning may be necessary in humid areas. Thermal mass can help stabilize temperature fluctuations. Concrete floors or walls can absorb heat during the day and release it at night, helping to maintain more consistent temperatures. Shading and orientation play important roles in temperature management. Lofts should be positioned to take advantage of natural cooling breezes while avoiding direct afternoon sun exposure. Lighting design and management. Proper lighting is crucial for maintaining normal biological rhythms in racing pigeons. Pigeons are highly sensitive to light cycles, and disruptions can affect feeding patterns, breeding behavior, and overall health. Natural light is always preferable when available, but most lofts require supplemental lighting to maintain consistent cycles, especially during winter months when daylight hours are reduced. The ideal light cycle for racing pigeons is 12 hours of light, followed by 12 hours of darkness. This mimics natural patterns and supports optimal health and performance. Full-spectrum lighting that closely matches natural sunlight is preferable for supplemental systems. LED lights are energy efficient and provide excellent light quality while generating minimal heat. Light placement should ensure even distribution throughout the loft without creating hotspots or dark areas. Perching areas, feeding stations, and watering areas should all receive adequate illumination. Automated lighting systems that maintain consistent schedules reduce the chance of human error and ensure that birds receive proper light exposure, even when the fancier is unavailable. Dimming systems can help birds adjust to lighting changes gradually, reducing stress that might occur with sudden light changes. Emergency lighting backup systems ensure that birds aren't left in complete darkness during power outages, which can cause stress and disorientation. Lighting controls should be easily accessible and clearly marked to prevent accidental changes that could disrupt bird routines. Space planning and bird capacity. Determining appropriate space allocation is crucial for loft design. Each bird needs adequate room to move, exercise, and maintain proper social relationships, while also allowing for efficient management. As a general guideline, racing pigeons need approximately 2 to 3 square feet of floor space per bird. This allows for normal movement while preventing overcrowding that can lead to stress and health problems. Perch space is equally important. Birds need adequate perching room to rest and sleep comfortably. Multiple perching levels can maximize space utilization while providing birds with choices. Feeding and watering areas should be designed to accommodate all birds without crowding. Multiple stations reduce competition and ensure that all birds have access to food and water. Nest box space becomes important for breeding birds, but even non-breeding lofts benefit from providing private areas where birds can retreat when needed. Exercise space within the loft encourages natural movement and helps maintain fitness, especially during periods when outdoor flying isn't possible. Storage areas for feed equipment and supplies should be planned as part of the overall space allocation. Efficient storage reduces clutter and makes loft management easier. Traffic flow patterns should be considered when planning loft layout. Easy access for feeding, cleaning and bird handling reduces stress on both birds and the fancier. Future expansion possibilities should be considered during initial design. This allows for growth without requiring major modifications later. Feeding and watering systems. Efficient feeding and watering systems are essential for maintaining bird health and reducing the fancier's workload. Well-designed systems ensure that all birds have consistent access to fresh food and water while minimizing waste and contamination. Feeders should be designed to minimize waste while providing easy access for all birds. Multiple feeders reduce competition and ensure that shy or subordinate birds can eat without interference. Watering systems present unique challenges in pigeon lofts. Fresh, clean water must be available at all times while preventing contamination from droppings and debris. Heated waterers become essential in cold climates to prevent freezing. Automatic systems that maintain water temperature without overheating are ideal. Water replacement should allow easy access for all birds while being positioned to minimize contamination. Regular cleaning and maintenance are crucial for preventing disease transmission. Feed storage areas should be designed to maintain feed quality and prevent contamination from pests, moisture and temperature fluctuations. Automated feeding systems, while not common in small lofts, can be very beneficial in larger operations. They ensure consistent feeding schedules and reduce labor requirements. Feed distribution systems that minimize waste and ensure even distribution help maintain consistent bird condition and reduce feed costs. Water quality monitoring becomes important, especially in areas where water quality may be variable. Regular testing and treatment when necessary protect bird health. Sanitation and cleaning considerations. Maintaining proper sanitation is crucial for preventing disease and ensuring optimal bird health. Well-designed lofts make cleaning easier and more effective, while poor design can create sanitation nightmares. Floor design should facilitate easy cleaning. Smooth surfaces that can be hosed down are ideal, while avoiding materials that trap debris or are difficult to clean. Drainage systems that efficiently remove wastewater prevent standing water that can become breeding grounds for bacteria and insects. Waste management systems should be designed for easy removal and disposal. Regular waste removal prevents buildup that can create health problems. Perch design should allow for easy cleaning underneath, while providing adequate roosting space for birds. Nest box design should facilitate regular cleaning and disinfection, while providing birds with comfortable nesting areas. Ventilation system design should consider ease of cleaning and maintenance. Accumulated dust and debris in ventilation systems can reduce effectiveness and create health problems. Material selection for loft construction should consider cleanability as well as durability and cost. Materials that are easy to clean and disinfect help maintain better sanitation. Cleaning schedules and procedures should be planned as part of the overall loft design. Easy access to all areas reduces the time and effort required for regular cleaning. Predator protection and security. Protecting pigeons from predators and unauthorized access is a critical aspect of loft design that's often overlooked until problems occur. Proper security design prevents losses and protects the investment in your birds. Physical barriers like wire mesh screening and secure construction materials prevent access by cats, raccoons, rats, and other common predators. Door and window security should include sturdy locks and latches that can't be easily defeated by determined predators or unauthorized persons. Lighting around the loft perimeter can deter predators while also providing security for the fancier during evening and early morning activity. Motion-activated lighting and alarm systems can provide additional security while alerting the fancier to potential problems. Secure storage for valuable birds or breeding stock may be necessary in some situations. Separate secure areas can protect prized birds from theft or predation. Perimeter fencing around the loft area can prevent ground-based predators from approaching while also defining the bird's exercise area. Roof design should consider protection from aerial predators like hawks and owls, while maintaining proper ventilation. Emergency escape routes should be considered for the fancier's safety in case of fire or other emergencies. Backup security systems ensure continued protection even if primary systems fail. Structural design and material. The structural integrity of your pigeon loft directly affects its ability to provide reliable protection for years of service. Proper structural design ensures that the loft will withstand weather stresses while providing a safe environment for your birds. Foundation design should consider local soil conditions, drainage requirements, and potential frost heaving in cold climates. A solid foundation prevents settling and structural problems. Wall construction materials should provide adequate insulation while being durable and easy to maintain. Common choices include wood frame construction with appropriate siding, concrete block or poured concrete walls. Roof design should provide adequate protection from weather while allowing for proper ventilation and easy maintenance. Materials should be durable and appropriate for local weather conditions. Flooring materials should be durable, easy to clean and provide good footing for birds. Smooth concrete floors are popular for their cleanability while providing good footing. Insulation materials should be appropriate for local climate conditions while being safe for birds and easy to install and maintain. Windows and other openings should be designed for easy operation, cleaning and security while providing adequate light and ventilation. Electrical systems should be properly installed and protected to prevent fire hazards and electrical problems. Plumbing systems, when included, should be designed for easy maintenance and repair while preventing freezing in cold weather. Maintenance, access and convenience features. Well-designed lofts incorporate features that make daily maintenance easier and more efficient. These convenience features reduce the fancier's workload while improving loft management effectiveness. Easy access to all areas of the loft for cleaning, feeding and bird handling reduces stress on both birds and the fancier. Storage areas for feed equipment and supplies should be conveniently located and adequately sized to reduce clutter and improve organization. Lighting that's adequate for all activities including feeding, cleaning, health checks and record keeping improves efficiency and accuracy. Water and electrical connections that are easily accessible facilitate maintenance and repairs while reducing the risk of accidents. Emergency exits and backup systems ensure continued operation even when primary systems fail. Weather protection features like covered areas for feeding and handling reduce stress during adverse weather conditions. Automated systems that reduce manual intervention can improve consistency while reducing labor requirements. Clear labeling and organization systems help prevent errors and make loft management more efficient. Backup power systems ensure continued operation of critical systems during power outages. Specialized areas and features. Successful lofts often include specialized areas designed for specific functions. These areas improve efficiency and provide better care for the birds. Separate areas for sick or injured birds prevent disease transmission while allowing for intensive care and observation. Quarantine areas for new birds help prevent introduction of diseases while allowing new birds to acclimate gradually. Breeding areas with appropriate nest boxes and privacy help ensure successful breeding while minimizing stress. Exercise areas within the loft encourage natural movement and help maintain fitness during periods when outdoor flying isn't possible. Storage areas for different types of feed equipment and supplies help maintain organization and prevent contamination. Record-keeping areas with appropriate lighting and storage help maintain accurate records and track bird performance. Emergency treatment areas with necessary supplies and equipment allow for quick response to health problems. Loading and transport areas facilitate safe handling during transportation while minimizing stress. Observation areas allow for monitoring bird behavior and health without disturbing the birds. Climate control systems. Advanced loft designs often incorporate sophisticated climate control systems that automatically maintain optimal conditions. Temperature monitoring systems with automatic controls adjust heating and cooling systems to maintain desired temperatures. Humidity control systems prevent excessive moisture that can create health problems while maintaining adequate humidity for bird comfort. Air quality monitoring systems detect changes in air quality and automatically adjust ventilation systems to maintain optimal conditions. Backup systems ensure continued operation even when primary systems fail.
Remote monitoring systems allow the fancier to check loft conditions even when away from the loft. Energy-efficient systems reduce operating costs while maintaining optimal conditions. Integration with other loft systems creates a comprehensive environment management approach. Emergency systems provide protection during power outages or system failures. Data logging systems track environmental conditions over time, helping identify problems and optimize system performance. Energy efficiency and cost management. Efficient loft design can significantly reduce operating costs while maintaining optimal conditions for the birds. Proper insulation reduces heating and cooling costs while maintaining stable temperatures. Energy-efficient lighting systems reduce electricity costs while providing adequate illumination. Water conservation systems reduce water usage and costs while ensuring adequate supply. Automated systems can reduce labor costs while improving consistency and efficiency. Solar heating and power systems can reduce dependence on utility power while providing environmental benefits. Proper orientation and design can take advantage of natural heating and cooling effects. Efficient ventilation systems reduce the need for mechanical climate control. Quality materials that require minimal maintenance reduce long-term costs. Planning for future expansion can reduce the need for costly modifications later. Planning and construction process. Successful loft construction requires careful planning and attention to detail throughout the process. Site selection should consider drainage, wind patterns, sun exposure and accessibility. Design planning should incorporate all the principles and features discussed while adapting them to specific needs and resources. Permit requirements should be investigated and addressed before construction begins. Material selection should balance cost, durability and performance requirements. Construction scheduling should consider weather conditions and availability of materials and labor. Quality control during construction ensures that the finished loft meets design specifications. Inspection and testing of systems ensures proper operation before birds are introduced. Gradual introduction of birds allows the loft environment to stabilize and any problems to be identified and corrected. Documentation of construction details and system specifications helps with future maintenance and modifications. Common design mistakes to avoid. Many fanciers make common mistakes in loft design that can create problems and reduce effectiveness. Inadequate ventilation is perhaps the most common and serious mistake. Poor air quality leads to health problems and reduced performance. Overcrowding creates stress, increases disease transmission and reduces overall performance. Poor drainage leads to moisture problems that create health hazards and structural damage. Inadequate predator protection can result in losses that destroy years of breeding work. Poor material selection can lead to maintenance problems and reduced loft life. Inadequate access for cleaning and maintenance makes proper loft management difficult. Ignoring local climate conditions can result in lofts that don't function properly in extreme weather. Poor electrical and plumbing installation creates safety hazards and potential problems. Inadequate storage space leads to clutter and inefficient loft management. Failure to plan for future needs can result in costly modifications or replacement. Over the years I've worked with many successful lofts and learned valuable lessons from both successes and failures. One of the most important lessons came from a loft that had excellent performance despite modest construction. The key was excellent ventilation and attention to bird comfort details. Another valuable lesson came from observing how small design improvements could have major impacts on bird health and performance. The most successful lofts I've seen all share common elements: attention to detail, proper ventilation, adequate space and consideration for bird needs. Building flexibility into loft design allows for modifications as needs change over time. Quality materials and construction pay dividends in reduced maintenance and longer loft life. Integration of all systems creates a cohesive environment that supports optimal bird performance. Regular maintenance and improvements keep lofts functioning at peak efficiency. Equipment and supply recommendations. Specific equipment can significantly improve loft function and management effectiveness. Quality ventilation systems that provide adequate air exchange while protecting from drafts are essential. Reliable heating systems appropriate for local climate conditions ensure consistent temperatures. Efficient lighting systems that provide adequate illumination while minimizing energy costs improve management efficiency. Quality feeders and waterers that minimize waste while ensuring adequate access improve bird health and reduce costs. Sanitation equipment including pressure washers and disinfection systems facilitate proper cleaning. Health monitoring equipment including scales and thermometers help maintain bird health. Record-keeping supplies and systems improve management efficiency and accuracy. Emergency equipment including backup power and heating systems provide security during problems. Storage solutions for feed equipment and supplies improve organization and efficiency. Maintenance and long-term care. Proper maintenance is crucial for keeping lofts functioning effectively throughout their service life. Regular cleaning schedules prevent buildup of debris and contaminants that can create health problems. System inspections identify potential problems before they become serious. Seasonal preparations ensure that systems are ready for changing weather conditions. Emergency preparedness planning helps ensure continued protection during unexpected situations. Record keeping tracks maintenance activities and helps identify patterns and needs. Professional inspections and maintenance for complex systems ensure proper operation. Replacement planning for components with limited lifespans prevents unexpected failures. Upgrades and improvements based on experience and new technologies improve performance. Training for anyone who might need to operate loft systems ensures proper operation. Conclusion and key takeaways. Loft design is a fundamental aspect of successful pigeon keeping that directly impacts bird health, performance, and overall success. The key principles of proper ventilation, temperature control, lighting, space allocation, and sanitation must all be carefully balanced. Quality materials and construction provide long-term value through reduced maintenance and improved performance. Attention to detail in design and construction pays dividends throughout the loft service life. Regular maintenance and improvements keep lofts functioning at peak efficiency. Flexibility in design allows for modifications as needs change over time. Integration of all systems creates a cohesive environment that supports optimal performance. Proper planning and attention to bird needs result in lofts that support success rather than hinder it. Investment in quality loft design pays dividends in bird health, performance, and fancier satisfaction. Every loft can be improved through attention to the principles and features discussed today. The environment you provide directly affects your bird's ability to reach their genetic potential. Thank you for watching Pigeon Man. I hope this information helps you create the perfect home for your racing champions. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more pigeon care tips and information. Until next time, keep your pigeons healthy and happy. And remember that proper loft design is the foundation of racing success. Happy flying!
Come here.